What's good, everybody? It's your boy E-Man in the building, man. How y'all doing today, man? I'm doing pretty well, if you ask me. And we are going to talk about success today. So one of the biggest things of success, what does success look to me? And first of all, how I got to where I am today, right? I think I'm gonna start off with that. How did I get here today? And for those who do not know me, let me introduce you to E-Man real quick. So, I graduated from the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. I graduated in 3 years with my undergrad. Yes, 3 years, and 1 year with my master's. So I was in college for 4 years, and I was able to walk out with 2 degrees in computer science. While I was there, I interned at Motorola Solutions, then went to Pfizer, and this was a year after the whole COVID thing. So yeah, peak Pfizer, and then Google right after. And then I worked at Capital One during the school year. So I also worked at Motorola Solutions during the school year after I interned there. But yeah, and then now I'm working at an AI tech startup. And so just for proof, this is the Google, it's the intern shirt, you know what I'm saying? So, hey man, we it's not necessarily a flex, it's just a testament to, how God's taking care of me and what God's doing in my life, right? God's been good. So, real question is, how did I get here? What took me here? I think to start off, stay humble, be humble, right? The keys of success. I literally wrote this down. The moment that you say, I did it, and it was all me, that's your downfall. That's the epitome of your downfall. When I look back at what I did throughout college, one of the biggest things that took me to where I was at was that every single day when I was putting in the work, every single day when I was questioning some days, why am I here? Why am I on this campus? Am I even going to finish this work? Am I even going to do, what is the purpose of what I'm doing? What took me and what got me through was when I was thinking about somebody else. I was thinking about my family. I was thinking about the goodness and grace of God, Jesus Christ, and what he did for me. I was pushing and progressing into the purpose that he has taken me, and recognizing that everything that I'm doing is bigger than me. And when I say bigger than me, I mean what I'm doing has a greater impact than what I can see. And so believing and having faith that what I'm doing, even if it may not be the result and the outcome that I want, it's going to be something that I can share and something that I can tell others, saying, hey, this is what is going on. This is what's happening in my life. And I have something to show for it, that at least I did the best that I could. And so we live in a world that looks are deceiving, right? I think that's probably the biggest thing that the Bible really just talks about all the time, is the idea of fruit, seeing the fruit of people, the fruit of others. How do you know the spirit? How do you know how someone is moving? How is someone walking? The fruit. So, and it's not necessarily just the outcomes, because see, the devil, what's the number one thing that you see in those TV shows where it's like, oh, the devil's, I can give you everything. I mean, that's how he tempted Jesus, because I can give you the world, right? So if someone took that, and people have, and many of the people that we have in our society did do this, when they take what the enemy's giving them, right? The looks are, this is the path of success. And especially if they are giving in to their lustful desires on a consistent basis, and people are seeing the success. I'll give you an example. Divorcing. I'm not necessarily, I don't condone divorcing. I understand that it can happen, but voluntarily divorcing out of the sake for profit and income, right? That is a big problem. That is a big problem. But the fruit, if you look on the outside, it's like, oh, this person is racking up the dough because they're getting money from someone else. This person they're wearing that Gucci, they're wearing that Louis Vuitton, that LV, baby. that Dolce & Gabbana, they're locked in. But in actuality, they did that because someone else is struggling, someone else is suffering. And out of the sake of someone suffering and voluntarily putting that person in that position, manipulating them and taking advantage of what they have, now they're rocking all this stuff, right? And that's just an American system with the child support, right? But this can go into greater things and greater ideas with our mindset in our lives, right? How can we get here? How can we use this person? How can we use this company to leverage to go to where we want to be, right? And there's a fine line between discernment and wisdom and also manipulation. There's a big difference between those two, right? And in my route, in my success, how I found success was at the very beginning when I started school. When I just prayed and I just wrote down and thought about things that were important to me that I would like to carry and value throughout my time. So if I felt like something didn't feel right, I would deny it and I would reject it. Even if it's something that doesn't look on the outside as cool or as like something that would be controversial, I'll say it like that, then I don't care. For me personally, I know that this isn't right. Why? Because I feel it in my spirit. Like, I'm just staying in tune with God. I'm praying and I'm seeing that this isn't something that I want for myself. And if this isn't something that I want for myself, then this isn't something that I don't want a part of. And the thing is that God accounts for all of these things. I think the biggest fear that people have with success, when trying to achieve success and trying to pursue success, is that they think that because if there's one opportunity that walks away, yes, there might be a lot of good opportunities. I will say that I've said no to a lot of career and path changing experiences. But if it's not the right time, it's not the right time. And you will know if it's not the right time. For an example, if you have to take advantage of someone to get to where you want to be, that says more about your character than your ultimate result, right? Because now you're reaping in the benefits and the rewards of something that you know is wrong. But now you're telling your mind, you're scoping out in your mind and mapping to your mind. Like for me, I'm 22, like I'm in a young age, right? So my brain is still developing. So if I'm saying no to these things, I'm telling my mind that it's okay to take advantage of people. If I say yes to something that I know is that is morally wrong in my heart, and I'm like by far regions, right? Manipulation, right? For me, manipulation is just really strong and something I'm strongly against. Okay, so if this is something that I see and I have a choice to manipulate someone or something to get to where I want, I'm going to push back. For an example, I could have worked at Apple. I had an opportunity where I could proceed with Apple when I received my Pfizer job. And the timing and when I accepted Pfizer and all that stuff was it's like within the span of a few days. But I could have proceeded with Apple, working SWE. This would have been into my junior year, right? Or in this case, my third year of undergrad. And I was thinking about it, I prayed about it, and I was like, I worked at Pfizer. I can get a lot of good experience at Pfizer, and Apple is a great place, but I believe that there's a reason why this Pfizer circumstance and how I was able to get connected with Pfizer and how it happened for a reason. So I'm going to push back with Apple, and I'm just going to hope and pray that there's another circumstance that I can get where I can showcase my work. But I'm going to do my best at Pfizer, and then I'm going to showcase the best that I can in my work at another company, if need be. So that happened, right? And it was discouraging, especially when this is starting to be where the hiring freezes were starting to happen. This is where a lot of the problems were occurring in our society. And yet God took care of me. He opened another door. And in that same convention where I was able to get the Apple opportunity, I was able to sow a seed into my eventual Google internship. So I just logged in and I saw the opportunity with Google, and that was something that was fresh and something that was apparent in my mind, in my heart. And so I just kept pressing in and I prayed about it, and I just felt that strong conviction to push, to just go all in with it. So I just gave my all, I put my all into it, I locked in, I focused, and took one day at a time. I'm telling you, when I got that offer, I was relieved. From the time when I first had that first encounter with Google till I got my offer was 1 year. March of 2023 into May, or to March 2024. That's when I got my offer, March 2024. So I'm telling you, it's some of these things are not easy, but the idea of success is belief, having faith in yourself, and recognizing that if this opportunity comes and if it's not the right time, recognizing that in due time there will be another opportunity that will happen and that will pass by, that you will see it and it's going to be the right time and you're not going to miss it, right? Sometimes God tests us with some things that He knows that we want, right? But He wants to see whether we will take that offer and be like, you know what, out of desperation, okay, I don't think I can do this, or this could be the best thing for me, and I already had obligations, I already had my values for something else. I'm gonna push that to the side and I'm gonna take this offer, right? Those things are on the outside, you got the reward, you got the benefit of what you need. In the backside, you are hurting yourself in some degree. You're taking a step back. Yes, there are conditions and there's little things to that, right? But for me, that was just where my life is going, and that's where I was headed. But the number one thing is conviction. You are going to be led by your conviction, and which is why I said you got to test the spirits, right? That's why the Bible says you got to test the spirits, because you got to see the fruit. You got to see the fruit. If you don't see the fruit, it's not good. It's not good. And sometimes you have to take something in to see the fruit. In order to, sometimes there might be someone that you hear is controversial, someone who's suspect, right? And you become friends and you hear other people saying, hey, this person is blah, 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 blah. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. This person seems pretty cool. Give it some time, give him a couple months or a few months. Let them open up, get an understanding of where they're coming from. Then you can make a judgment. And I think the biggest thing out of success that I like to wrap up with is that in order for you to find success, you have to be able to let go of your own perception of yourself. You are always going to be changing. One thing that is constant is change, right? In this world, we're always going to be changing, and it's so hard to not change. It's the resistance to not change is so strong. I can attest to this. I really don't necessarily like change, but change comes and I have to get used to change. So I have to keep pushing, I have to keep growing. And throughout my 4 years in college, throughout my 4 years on campus, one of the biggest things that has been constant and steady is change. Every single day, something's changing. Whether it be one friend who's acting different now, he switched up on me. Whether it be me changing my perspective and recognizing, hey, this person might necessarily be the best person to hang around with, to, okay, I want to do well in this opportunity, maybe I should switch up my routine. Or I want to do well in this exam, but I have to work a little bit harder, and my friends are hanging out here, but I can't make it, right? It's all these little things that are happening, right? Your perception of yourself, your identity, and who you are is constantly growing. It's constantly changing. It's constantly being warped into whatever circumstance that you're being placed into. The real question is, are you willing to take that change? You see, everyone has these opportunities, but are you willing to take the next step to say, hey, you know what? This is not about me. There's something bigger and something greater going on. I have a goal in mind. I have a vision in mind of how things should go. Does this align with what I want? Is this in a general scope? Because you're not going to know everything, right? Is this the general scope of where I should be and where I should go? So when you are in that position, when you are in that mindset, there's nothing that can take you away. There will be people and there will be things that will try to test you, that will try to tempt you, and that you will, in due time, you'll recognize, right? But when you're tempted, don't worry. It's just a temptation. A temptation is a temptation. It's another thing if you allow those desires to conceive within you, when you change up who you are, and you change your identity, and you change your purpose. So I just want to encourage you all today for success. Just keep going, keep fighting. That's why I always say keep going and keep fighting in everything that I do, because there's a reason for it. There is a reason for the fight. There's a reason for the test. There's a reason for the maturity, the growth, and the maintenance to keep going. It's a fight. It's a daily battle. It's an endurance race, right? The winner of the race receives the prize. So keep going, keep fighting, keep being who you are. And if you feel the conviction, literally just follow your convictions. It's not going to be easy, and no one said it's going to be easy, but it's worth it. You'll go to greater heights because other people aren't willing to take that chance. The difference between you and the next person when it comes to success is that you are willing to take that fight, and that person didn't.